I'd like to talk about decision making and the low road. One dimension of our personal and professional lives is the quality of decisions we make. Decision making as a subject has seldom received the attention it deserves to receive. And today I want to talk about decisions made when people hit the low road. And I want to talk about three kinds of low roads. One is the emotional low road, the other is the AI low road, and finally the digital low road. Let's talk about the emotional low road. Someone decides to go to the wrong kind of island to attend the wrong kind of party invited by the wrong kind of people. Somebody decides to invade another country. Somebody decides to go public. Somebody decides to get into a relationship, break a relationship. Lives are filled with decisions of varying kinds. And yet, uh, you have many people reflecting deeply about the decisions they have made and say that some of the decisions were in poor judgment. And of course, many would never concede that there was poor judgment. Why do people make such decisions? Is it about just lack of logic, reasoning, not considering facts? Actually, the reason many people make poor decisions is because of the fact that they decide when they've hit a low road, an emotional low road, when they are unable to control their impulses, when they are unable to regulate themselves, when they underestimate consequences, overestimate their capacity, there is a sense of overconfidence, there is a sense of moral licensing, there is the inability to test reality. People hit the low road and take decisions which impact not only them but people around them. All of what I described is rich emotional data. The difference between being emotional and being emotionally intelligent is that in one, you're hijacked by emotions, and in the other, you're informed by your emotions. And that is really emotional intelligence. And therefore, emotional intelligence, when present, helps people not hit the low road and take well considered decisions. Let's now talk about the AI low road. One of the greatest fears among many is the fact that people are likely to succumb to what AI tells us and take decisions which are ill considered, take decisions which do not apply the critical thinking it deserves, take decisions without relying on one's native intelligence and contextual know how. And to that extent, it is also influenced by how we are emotionally drawn to decide based on what AI says than what we feel is the appropriate thing to do. And finally, of course, decisions taken when one hits the digital low road. We are all aware of the serious crisis of mental health among especially the millennials because of the influence of social media, the fear of missing out, the sense of comparison, the peer pressures, the influence of algorithms. All of these lead people to decide based on their urges and impulses rather than looking at logic and data. While the popular belief is that the millennials are intelligent and can apply their mind, which they do in many cases, are also unfortunately victims of hitting the digital low road and taking decisions on that basis. Therefore, in my view, taking good decisions based on emotional intelligence is going to be one of the most critical competencies in the decades ahead, because there is every chance that people will hit one of these three roads, the low roads, in taking decisions.
Audio Jungle.